Welcome back to College Conversations. I'm Dr. Fedor and I help you navigate college. In this video, I'm going to share with you some points to consider when deciding whether to commute to college or live on campus in one of the dorms. If you are beginning college this fall, this is an exciting time for you. Congratulations. Lots of people giving you advice. And there's also a lot of decisions to make. I'm going to try to help you figure some of these things out. Please remember to hit subscribe and share this video with others who also might find it helpful. These are some points to consider when deciding whether or not to commute to campus. Number one, check the rules at your college because some schools require that all freshmen live on campus in one of the dorms for their first year. So there's your decision if that's one of your schools. Most students will say live on campus for the first 2 years because that's when they made all of their friends. That's when they had the bulk of their interactions with people who they met that first year. Usually all of the freshmen are housed together, so there's the freshman dorms and everyone's doing the same thing at the same time. You're all going through the first freshman year activities at the same time. That is a definite plus for living on campus at first. And that's not something that you can go back and do as a junior or a senior. It just won't be the same, nor would they let you live in the junior or the freshman dorm as a junior. So that's something that you want to consider. Point number two, if money is a factor and you want to live on campus, you could investigate becoming a resident assistant, otherwise known as an RA, and potentially get your housing for free in exchange for working as an RA. This option is typically not available to freshmen, but this is something for you to think about as you consider whether or not you should be commuting or living in one of the dorms. You could live in the dorm freshman year with the goal of becoming an RA in subsequent years and ask the RD, which is resident director, what do you need to do to become an RA? You might have to put your name on a waiting list, and you might need to maintain a minimum grade point average in order to be eligible to even apply to be an RA. Becoming an RA is very competitive at some colleges. Getting involved in campus activities could help your application, so that's something to think about for the future. Point number three, figure out how much it will cost you to live in the dorms. Make sure you're working with current information because one big factor in that is the meal plan. Typically, if you're living in the dorms, you need to sign up for a meal plan. If you can live in the dorm and not buy a meal plan and that works for you, it may work for you at some schools, then that's one option, or at least sign up for the least amount of meals possible, like 10 meals a week. That might make it more cost effective for you to live in the dorm. Point number four, if you can't swing it financially or you don't want to live on campus, many colleges now have very active commuter programs. They have commuter lounges, they have commuter appreciation events. There's more effort being put into making the commuters feel like they have their own little community and people that they can go to. That's something for you to consider. Find out how active the commuter group is at your school. There might be certain days when commuter students are welcome to eat in the dining hall for free, or they have certain times or events where they are recognizing the commuters. So that's something for you to check into at your school. Ask how active the commuter community is at your college. And point number five, with the price of gas these days, it might be worth it for you to live on campus. Also factor in a parking sticker for the year. Other things to consider, maybe finding someone to carpool with through your school's commuter network. That would be bouncing back to the commuter network, but that might be something for you to check into. Many colleges now have an online commuter Facebook group where you can find somebody who also has a similar schedule to you. Maybe you're only going in Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You find somebody else who's also only going to school Monday, Wednesday, Friday. See if your schedules line up enough to carpool. And point number 6, in some cases, there might be some apartments right next to campus that are actually less expensive than living in the dorm. And you won't have to buy a meal plan. So that's something to consider. You can find roommates on your college's Facebook group for new students. So these are some factors to consider. Point number one, whether or not you missing out on the freshman dorm experience, how important is that to you? That's something to consider because you can't go back and do that as a junior. Number two, potentially becoming an RA. Number three, buy the least expensive meal plan. Number four, find an active commuter program and see if that works for you. Number five, find someone to carpool on the Facebook commuter page at your school. And number six, find a cheap apartment near campus. So that's it for now. Good luck to everyone. You will figure this out. Please remember to hit subscribe and share these videos with others who might find them useful. And remember to keep learning.